welcome to Vacation Station, hosted by Lisa and Nancy, editors of BigBlendMagazines.com.
You just got to get here is the slogan for Greeley, Colorado. And if you visit their website, visit Greeley.org, you'll see this historic city in Weld County offers all kinds of outdoor activities. They range from hiking and bird watching to golf and swimming. Apparently, some people like night swimming.
Ooh.
I know. I
Nice.
like that. I know. There's all kinds of historic sites, museums, cultural attractions, craft breweries.
Okay, I'm in.
And the festivals, a lot of festivals, especially in summer. So today on Big Blend Radio's Vacation Station Travel Show, we have Amy Dugan back on with us. Amy is the Visit Greeley Director of the Greeley Chamber of Commerce, and she's going to give us an overview of Greeley and why we need to get there, because we are going there. This is very exciting. Nancy and I will be there. It's going to be one of the very first destinations on our Love Your Parks tour. Nancy and I will be on our second phase of our park tour. We're going to be showcasing America's parks, communities, and all their treasures. It's full time. We're going to be on the road starting in May 2019. We'll be on the road for about 3 to 5 years, or 8 years, 10 years, as long as until we fall down and fall apart. But so we're very excited to have Greeley as one of our first destinations. Amy, how are you?
I am great, Nancy and Lisa. How are you?
Excited.
Good.
You know,
We are
going
too.
through your website, and I know you gave me your link to your Flickr page, right, for Greeley.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, an hour or two went by, and I'm like, oh, I'm in trouble, because it looks so beautiful, and it looks like you have the epitome of 4 seasons. I was seeing daffodils and all these flowers in the spring, and then summer, beautiful, lush, lakes and lush green trees, fall, the changing colors, and then a little light snow for winter. So it seems like your seasons are kind of gentle.
Our seasons are wonderful here. One of the main reasons that I love Colorado, and especially being on the Front Range of Colorado, is we do get wonderful seasons. So right now we're sliding into autumn. We've been pretty warm through August and most of September, but you can start to feel the air starting to change. The leaves are just starting to get a twinge of gold, and we'll be full color within about 4 more weeks.
Oh, wow.
So
That's
nice.
exciting, isn't it? And I was looking at all the different changes of color. I mean, like, wow. I mean, it's like you got the reds on the leaves and the oranges and the yellows. And I'm like, wow, this is super cool. And so we're going to be coming up, I know, June, early June, late May. So that's where your season's changing into that summer side of things. So that's going to be all the new greens. Nice.
It'll start greening up. Yeah. We'll have some rain. We might even get rain during some of the festivals, but we love it all.
Cool. Well, that's okay, because apparently you have a lot of breweries. So, if you're going to get rained on, drink beer.
Right, drink beer. We need that water. Make that beer.
we can always do some rain dance.
Yeah, we love the rain.
Right.
The rain's important,
It's important.
And I wanted to give people an idea. You say you're on the Front Range. So you're actually really close to Wyoming, right? And kind of near the Rocky Mountains, near Rocky Mountain National Park. And I know also on the show today we're talking a little bit about the Arapahoe National Forest too. So, and the Pawnee National Grassland, which we can't wait to get to and go bird watching and wildflower viewing. And so this, and you've got a big butte out there too. And I just wanted to say that.
All righty.
So we always like to say we're perfectly situated, because we are 50 minutes from Denver International Airport, so we're easy to get to.
Oh.
And the edge of Weld County is basically 10 minutes from our airport. So that's wonderful. You can be in Weld County 10 minutes after you're on the road and driving north from DIA. We're 50, 60 minutes from Denver, which is fun to go visit. We're 50 minutes from the Front Range of the mountains, so we can get right into Rocky Mountain National Park going west. We're 50 minutes south of Cheyenne, and we have all this wonderful Pawnee grasslands behind us with the Pawnee Buttes. We have St. Vrain State Park close by. We have so many things in our area to come spend your time. So we always say, park your bags, go have fun. Greeley's a great place to visit.
You're like the hub. You're the
we
hub.
We are a wonderful hub. We're a great place to come visit.
And you're the county seat as well. So
we are the county seat of Weld County.
Okay. And so when you say, okay, come pack your bags, get here, unpack them, stay for a while, what kind of lodgings are, Nancy and I are planning here? I know our audience is like going, what's going on over there?
What's going on?
But we're we're listening with eager ears because we're very excited about getting out there. So are the lodgings, do you have B&Bs, Airbnbs, hotels, campgrounds?
We have it all. So we have a wonderful hotel conference center that's right downtown. We have small B&Bs. We have a B&B that actually lets you stay in a yurt out on the Platte River. We
want that.
You want that? It's a lot of fun. You have a place where you can have a family reunion and put the kids in rooms that have bunk beds, and they can all be crazy while the parents are in a gorgeous home, just tucked a little bit away from the craziness of the children. Just basic hotels are here. We have cute little motor court kind of hotels. Anything that you want, you're going to find here.
Oh man,
that's cool.
This sounds like fun. And then I was looking at your downtown district. Looks so beautiful, historic, and also a lot of flowers and a lot of art. I love you have like an art alley too. That's behind the stores. It looks like, right?
Right. So the art alley is between the 8th and the 9th Street Plaza, and we have a great love of art and creativeness. We have a creative district in Greeley that supports all types of art. We have art murals on our walls. We have music almost every night of the week between our downtown scene, our great university, the University of Northern Colorado, that has a wonderful music program. We have local bands that will play on the streets. We have, during the summer, every Friday night, we have what's called Friday Fest. We'll have a band downtown. Everybody comes down to the 9th Street Plaza. We have what's called the Go Cup District, which means you can walk into any of the restaurants or bars, get your favorite drink, adult beverage, and wander back out into the plaza, see your friends, hear the music. It is so much fun.
Wow. Okay, that's it. I think we might be moving in. So you might move in. Go and get your wiggy. Our cocktail, or beer, go get your wiggy and walk around and look at the art and the performing arts and things like that while you have your wiggy.
Yep. You can bring your food down. You can take the food back outside. It's just a big block party every Friday night from the beginning of June until the end of October.
Wow.
How
Okay.
cool is that?
And the one thing too is when you look at when you look at you've got the arts, you've got the history, you've got the parties, the festivals, right? It seems to me like this is also part of quality of life for the community. So it's not only are the visitors having a good time, it seems like the community itself is like having a really happy life.
And what's fun about when you come down here is that you will run into people who have lived in Greeley for a long time, are part of the fun. We're not just down there ignoring folks. We want to talk to everybody who comes to town. So you might find yourself talking to one of the owners of our big convention center, because it's actually partly owned by people from Greeley. It's kind of a unique scenario on how to run a hotel. So have your own hometown folks footing some of that bill, and they are everywhere, and they want to make sure you're having a wonderful time. And then we're all so proud of our city. We want to tell you all about it. We want to tell you about why we have, brick streets. We want to talk about, where different things have happened. We want to talk about our 100-year-old courthouse. We want to talk about what used to be in certain buildings and how it's morphed into a new restaurant, or how we turned it into a theater because we wanted to keep the ambience of downtown alive and well. You'll run into folks who have been teachers here for a long time. They're retiring, but they're downtown. They're bringing their kids, their grandkids. You'll see everybody downtown. And what's fun, again, is that we want to see visitors. We want to include you. We want to make you feel welcome.
I love this.
I know.
You have to come on our tourism excellence radio show. I'm serious. I know, because it is about you can't have responsible, sustainable, happy travelers getting a real experience without the community going, hey, come on in and we're all happy here.
Exactly.
So I think it's a really good plan that you have, or just you have a great life. Great attitude. It's happy. We're looking at everything on Greeley. We're talking with you. We're like, oh, this is so cool. I'm excited. the downtown with all the food and the breweries, the creative side of it, the festivals. It's so exciting, and it seems very energetic. And I know that when you're in a university town too, that brings this extra energy in. But also, when it comes to beer, there's the food part. I know that you guys are also an agricultural community, so I hear that we can eat a lot of cheese when we come through.
So Greeley, very funny. We have a lot of dairies around us because we have a large Leprino cheese factory here in town. And while tours aren't available through there because they're very, very cautious about that, we love to tell people that your mozzarella is probably coming from our Greeley Leprino plant. So yes, we have agriculture. We have a lot of cornfields. We are surrounded by agriculture. Weld County is one of the largest ag counties in the country. It just means that everything can be so fresh if you're working with those folks who believe in the farm-to-table restaurant idea, which we have here in town. We want things to be quick to the table. You can take tours of some of our farms that are here in the area that will show you how they grow all the corns and how they make carrots, and we have onion farms, and we have our pumpkin patches in the fall, and the cornfields then turn into the corn mazes, and we're agriculturally based, but we also have a great, as you were saying, a wonderful brewery scene. We have a musical scene. We have an arts community that is fabulous. We're very eclectic. Everything that you could possibly want to see when you're on a vacation, we have it.
And also the history part, I think, is important too. You've got a lot of different museums, and one of them, you've got a Centennial Village, the Meeker Home Museum, the Greeley History Museum, and you have the Colorado Model Railroad Museum. I mean, I know that people will flock just to Greeley because of the Railroad Museum. I know that I have friends that if it says railroad or train, they're there.
It's amazing how we all go back to our childhood and you think, I want a model train. I want a model train in my house. And this model train museum will run between 7 and 9 trains at any given time. It will wander through mountain scenes and small city scenes, and you'll see tiny little fishermen out on the hand-painted lakes. You can walk up above the whole layout, look down on it. It is an amazing, amazing place to go. And it's the largest model railroad museum west of the Mississippi. We're very proud of that.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Amazing. And so you've got the historic sites and museum, and so Greeley History Museum's telling the history of the region, right? And what's interesting about that too is going to the actual, the starting of the community, and that you're also, it's named after Horace Greeley, and
right.
he's a legend in publishing,
He is. So, and it's funny because Horace only got here once, so he really sent his right-hand man out, Nathan Meeker, to come out, and Nathan Meeker named Greeley in honor of Horace Greeley. And my favorite story about how we started as a town is that they looked for folks who were going to be wonderful assets to a town in the West. And they put out the word and said, we're looking for folks who have good character and a little bit of money in their pocket. I think you had to have $155 to put towards the travel. And that was back in 1870. And they had 3,000 people apply to do this, or maybe it was 2,000. And then they actually had 700 settlers come out to the area. We started off as the Union Colony in 1870, and we built ditches to bring in water, and we were such a law-abiding area that for a long time our jail was never used because they didn't need it, and they stored a bunch of buffalo furs in there, or buffalo hides. So it's just sort of funny. Yeah, we started off with this great utopian type of an attitude where it would be wonderful and temperate and lots of fun things. And so here we are. Now we're also the home of lots of breweries. We went from temperance to 10 breweries and 2 distilleries. What do you do?
And you got you got distilleries.
We have 2 distilleries. Yes. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
They're great fun. Whiskey and gin and vodkas. Lots of fun things being done right here in Greeley. Yes.
Wow. Greeley gin. I like this. I'm liking this. Okay, so I haven't had gin forever.
I know.
I'm like trying to remember the last time I had gin, and it's like wow. We need to have some Greeley gin.
You need to get here. You just got to get here.
I know. I love this slogan because it's so true, and that's the thing. There's just so much positive energy, and it's exciting. So the breweries too. I heard a little bee came in and buzzed in my ear and said that one of the breweries just got mentioned in Forbes
magazine. So we have the Great American Beer Festival that's coming to Denver this next weekend, and the writers are out here looking at what's going on, and we have a brewery here in town named WeldWorks that just seems to garner lots of awards, as do our other breweries. So we have Broken Plow, we have Crabtree, Grand Lake, Green Earth. We have so many different breweries. Wiley Roots has won awards. We're very proud of all of them. So it's fun when we get mentioned, because once you have one of your breweries, everybody wants to come to town because they know those breweries sort of talk to each other. They share ideas, and all of our breweries are absolutely fabulous. Each has its own distinct personality.
Yay. Wow. I like their names too. Their names are cool, And let's talk about nature, because, Nancy and I are, as part of our tour, we're going to document every single park. And I was going through your website, and it looks like, we're talking about city parks, county parks, regional parks, state parks, Forest Service, BLM land, national parks. And so you've got a national heritage area that's near you, right? That's
do.
Park Service.
So we have the Poudre National Heritage Area. We have the St. Vrain State Park, which is a series of lakes very close. It's between Greeley and Denver, out on the interstate, and you would think, oh my gosh, it's close to the interstate. But once you get down into the area, you have no idea that you are between two metropolitan areas. You are out in the woods. You are among the trees. You have wonderful bike paths, great fishing, wonderful camping. Then you can get out into the Pawnee National Grasslands, which is just miles and miles of endless prairie, where the bird watching and the flowers are just magnificent any time of the year. The Pawnee Buttes are two beautiful buttes that just rise up out of the floor of the prairie, and they're absolutely amazing to sit and watch. And it's funny, I always feel like I'm watching the ocean, because the way the wind blows, the grass changes, everything shifts around. It's just gorgeous to sit and watch the prairie.
Wow. This is so cool. This is so, so cool. And you think about too, it looks like you're very outdoors communities, like cycling and walking paths. And I love that. Especially as a traveler, you want to go into the local parks. You've been in the car traveling, and you want to stretch your legs. Maybe you need to run the kids and not just the dog, So
right. Run ahead by 100 feet and come back, right?
Yeah, run out there. Go play on the pathway.
Yeah. So we have a wonderful path that's called the Poudre Trail, and it is 22 miles of paved bike trail that you can walk, rollerblade, anything that's non-motorized. And you can catch it in Greeley, go all the way to Fort Collins. Just beautiful, wanders along the river. It goes across some prairie areas. It goes across flat land. The nice thing is the trail is really very easy. So you have not a lot of uphill or downhill. It's pretty flat, but it's just beautiful.
Wow. And you also have the barn quilt. So is this a trail too that we can take? Any kind of, we want to follow?
So it's not a trail, because the barn quilts you're going to have to drive, because the farms are far, far apart. But that's another thing that's starting to happen up in northern Colorado. I know there's a group that's trying to put together a really lovely map that can take you to every small farm or large farm that has a barn quilt on the side of their barns. And so we have them here in Weld County. We're partnering up with Morgan County. It's becoming a new thing that I hadn't heard a lot about, but we know that folks are interested in that, along with some great antique shops that are up here. Just a different way to fill your day. So send folks out to the golf course if you want to go out and antique, or you want to get out and do different things. We can entertain the entire family. We have skate parks, swimming pools, splash parks, anything that you want to do, movie theaters. We have good shopping. If you need to go out and do some shopping, that's always fun. On the weekends, they'll do movies in the park. So every park in Greeley at some point during the summer will have either Mary Poppins will play or Back to the Future, and you bring your lawn chairs and your picnic basket, and you sit down in the park, and they put up the big screen, and there you are.
Cool. I like
I
that.
liked it a lot.
You know that we travel light on our tour, so we're allowed one suitcase each, one little carry bag, and then we have to take a cooler because we like to have our champagne hikes.
You have to have the cooler.
Must have the cooler, and then of course we have to have our suitcase. I mean our computers and all the work gear. So we don't have a lot of room. And it means we're not allowed to acquire a whole bunch on the road because you can't.
Right. You can't.
No.
But
we have learned this trip, we are making room for our lawn chairs. Like we are bringing them because we need to take
them.
There are places you find these beautiful spots and you just want to pull up a chair and have a champagne.
Exactly. That's the way you travel and enjoy the surroundings, right?
Exactly. So I want to go to the park and watch a movie. That sounds like a good idea.
It's great fun. It's great fun.
Awesome.
And I think lots of communities all through Weld County do those sorts of things.
Yeah.
We have just different ways to spend your weekends, but there's always music during the day too. So you will be, when you're here, and we're so excited again that you're coming, it's not just the weekends that we play in Greeley and in Weld County. We play all week long. We work hard, but we know how to play.
We might be moving there. I know. One thing I wanted to touch on and definitely want to do when we get out there, because this is exciting. We've actually, we have Adam Roberts, who has been on our shows for 11 years now, since we started. I think even the first month we started. And he is a wildlife conservationist who has traveled the world, saving animals and helping communities protect their elephants and their lions and everything.
Right.
I called him after our first radio chat when you and Jennifer were on our show back in spring, and said, okay, are you aware of this carnivore sanctuary, the oldest one, called Wild Animal Sanctuary, this refuge? Are you aware of this? What are your thoughts? Because we always like to double check with him. And he's like, you must go. And he's like, you must go. And he said the founder and the guy who started this, he said, is one of the most amazing human beings. He's like, you need to meet him. You must go.
You must go. Exactly. Yeah. So the Wild Animal Sanctuary is only 25 minutes away from Greeley. It's in Weld County. It's the home to more than 400 tigers. We have African lions, black bears, grizzly bears, coyotes, wolves, bobcats, foxes, all kinds of things out there. Emu, camels, alpacas, all rescued from abandoned, overcrowded zoos or illegal private ownership. And these groups do go out, they rescue them. And the thing that I love about the Wild Animal Sanctuary is when you get to the sanctuary, the first thing they want you to do is to watch a video about what this sanctuary is about, because we want no one walking in the door thinking that this is a zoo. This is not a zoo. This is a sanctuary. And so they have built this so you have walkways over the top of the area where the animals are. And they're just going about their daily business because they don't really care what's going on up on the walkways. You are not in their line of sight. And you can spend hours just watching the prairies and then hear all these wonderful animals that have been rescued and who are now living great lives because they're being well taken care of.
Wow, this is so exciting. I can't wait. And I know that they're doing like another part sanctuary where like it's thousands of acres, so the animals are really free.
That's amazing.
Yeah, southern part of the state where they had a little more room. So they'll have 2 locations. But it's all about making it a sanctuary for all of these fun animals.
Oh, this is awesome. This is awesome. Lastly, okay, I know that these festivals that you put on are a big deal. I mean, I was looking at the Blues Jam happening. I know these are pretty much everything starts May, June, and goes through to November, and which is where we're at now, where we're looking at the Greeley Lights, the night parade, and everybody. That's November 24th here in 2018. So this is every year you do this. And I was reading 23 years so far on this.
23
parade.
Years. So it is one of our signature events. We do it in the evening at night. Again, it's a Lights the Night parade. So everybody is invited to put lights on whatever they've got. So we've had shopping carts have lights. We've had big semi trucks have lights. We have kids who've just been lit up. You never know, right? They're just out there walking.
God.
It's so fun. And then we go down 9 blocks, right down 9th Avenue. We end at our beautiful Lincoln Park, and then we light the park, hit the switch, all the lights come on, and we have hot chocolate and cookies, and the Greeley, our wonderful choral is out there, our choral group is out there, and we sing carols, and we enjoy the season, and it's all community that come out. So usually we have probably 5,000 to 6,000 people that line this short 9-block parade route, but it's so pretty, so fun, such a staple of our kickoff for the holiday season.
Wow,
that's a great idea.
This is going to be so cool. I want to go there.
I know that looks
so now we're
fun.
already coming back. I mean, maybe we'll just leave now. We'll just come out now. You know,
You'll just live in the yurt down by the trees. You'll just be there all winter long.
I'm down with that. I love the yurt idea. I want to, you know, some of the other events. I know this is just so cool. I'm just kind of looking at October Fest. Brew Festivus. Yeah, we need those. And Monster Day. I remember talking with you, and you're like,
today. I love it.
Monster Day is about to happen. Look at this. And I'm like, no way. This is the coolest. And it's not a Halloween event, right?
No, it is not a Halloween event. So Monster Day is definitely a Greeley event. It would be very hard for somebody else to replicate it simply because we have a company in town named Distortions, and they make movie monsters for all the big studios. They just happen to be here in Greeley. Their owners love our town and came to us and said, hey, we ought to do something around monsters and support the Don't Be a Monster Foundation that comes out of Denver, which is about an anti-bullying campaign. So we went, oh, this is a great idea. And we have the biggest photo opportunity in the world when you come to Greeley on Monster Day. There will be Frankenstein walking around, but we also have the Mountain Muppets because they're considered kind of monstery. We'll have vampires. We show the Gremlins at the little theater. Seriously, the Mountain Muppets. Yes, Mountain Muppets come down. It's so fun. We have it's all kinds. We'll have different vendors, and the library comes down and brings all their monster books to be checked out. And there's a clay center so kids can make their own monsters. We have a pay-to-play area where you can go in and do some true interaction and 3D events. And it is just a funny, non-Halloween type of event. It is all about monsters. Kids dress up. We have a contest. Our favorite monster maker he'll paint 100 masks over the course of the festival or over the day. And it is just a one-day event, but we have so much fun with it. And this is our second year, and we were so surprised at the folks who came out, and this year it grew again. So we know we've hit on something that can be iconic for Greeley.
Wow, that's amazing.
How cool.
Now, looking
really
at some of the other events here, I know you've got like the Jazz Festival, you've got a Blues Jam, you have an Arts Picnic. The arts are taken care of very well. But there's one that I can't even pronounce. High Plains
Chautauqua. So the High Plains Chautauqua event is a big tent historical presentation. So this past year, we pitched a gigantic, it's almost like a circus tent out on the lawn at our community college. And for 4 days, you could go down and hear speakers who became characters from the past. And this last year was Blowing in the Wind, and so we had someone who did the personality and representation of Bobby Kennedy and Nikita Khrushchev and Irma Bombeck. And we had, and we'll get, 1,000 people who will come out, bring their dinner, bring their lawn chairs. We'll be inside the tent. These folks are up on a stage, and it's always free. So 4 days of living history.
Oh, I love it. And the other part, with you being also, in agriculture, I know you have the Greeley Stampede, and I saw those photos of those big bullies. This is the nice
the Longhorns, right?
The big Longhorns. I was like, wow, are we in Texas or are we back in Africa?
Right.
I haven't seen cattle like that since Africa, really. And just walking down the street, I'm like, dude, what is this? This is like
they're running with the bulls.
Yeah.
We don't want them to run. We want them to walk gently down the street.
That's what she said. She's like, walk. She take you walkies. What was that? Barbara Woodhouse, that lady who used to train dogs.
Oh, yeah. Walkies. Go walkies.
Walkies with the bulls.
I loved that show. That was the funniest thing.
Did you watch that too?
PBS, I love that. You know, Born to the Manor, all those funny little shows.
Oh,
But
you've got to watch Best in Show if you love dog shows. I know you have.
I love that. Yep, that was really funny. And we have lots of dog shows. I know we're totally digressing, but we have this wonderful park called Island Grove Regional Park, and we are the home to 3 huge dog shows. Actually, the largest one in the region is here. It's the Greeley Kennel Club, and we bring in 2,000 different dogs. I think it's 175 breeds that come into Greeley, and we have dog-friendly hotels, and everybody knows they're in town, and we love to see these folks. And then we have 2 smaller shows that come up and specialty shows, and our little Island Grove Park out there is perfect because folks can bring their RVs, they can park along the edges of the park. We have grass for the dogs, plenty of space for the rings, so we've got that. We just tell you, we have everything.
And you have a farm show, of course, the Weld County Fair, and Potato Day.
Potato Day. We have to have potato days. This used to be a huge area for potatoes, and that's not now the main crop, but we still celebrate potato days. The kids get to go down to Centennial Village, which is where the village that we took lots of the homes that were in Greeley. And as Greeley was changing and growing, we didn't want to tear down these beautiful homes, so we moved them out and made it into a museum out on the west side or on the north side of town, and we have different events out there. So Potato Days, everybody's dressed up in period costumes, and you can go in and see what a school in the 1870s or the early 1900s looked like, and everybody gets a potato, and you can either do Mr. Potato Heads with it, you can fix it and eat it, you can do anything you want, and it's just another fun, silly, Greeley event that we truly love.
I want to make my potato, turn it into a mountain muppet.
There you go. You never know what can happen, right?
I know. Can't you and I like the potatoes because that goes with your distillery, so you can have really fun.
You got to have all this stuff here to do this.
I know. I love this. Amy, we are so excited to come out there. Thank you for joining us on the show. We're super excited. Everyone, go to the website, visit Greeley.com, and that's Greeley.org. .org.
It's Greeley.org. That's okay.
I know. I'm got all excited. I can't read. Visit Greeley.org, everybody. You need to org it.
Anyway, need to org it.
Yeah, get your .orgs right there. I need to. But everyone, don't forget, keep up with us on Big Blend Radio. Just go to bigblendradio.com for our schedule. You can listen to shows as they stream live on between Sundays and Fridays, or listen anytime on demand through all kinds of outlets from iTunes and TuneIn to Spreaker, YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, iHeartRadio. I like to say Spotify.
Well, okay.
Spotify. But anyway, you can find us there. But we've got some music for you because we're so excited going to Colorado and going to Greeley. This is an amazing musician, Brian. The band is Borgo Band. And he is incredibly talented. And his album, Be Kind, came out recently. He was on our show with that. And he's putting out music every quarter. And his second EP is out called Demolition. You can go to borgoband.com. But we want to play from his album, Be Kind. And everyone, it's one of our favorites. It really is one of our favorite albums. And this one is called Mile High Soul, because I'm thinking of Colorado. So Mile High Soul. Here it is. Thanks so much, Amy. You take care.
You too. See you soon.
Thanks. Take care, everybody. Enjoy the music.